for everyone.
What's going on, LX Squad? This is your boy LX Dark Sniper, yours truly in the building. And what I want to talk about is a bit of a different approach to a video that I normally do not do, but there's some things on my mind that I want to talk about and some tidbits of wisdom that I want to drop. And hopefully those who watch this video, someone can take these tidbits and these nuggets of wisdom and apply it to their real life and hopefully, live a better life for themselves. And what I want to talk about in particular is the death of Nipsey Hussle and what this means to the hood and what you can take from it. Ever since this unfortunate tragedy happened, as you probably all know, Nipsey Hussle passed away last week from being gunned down, shot 6 times in front of his own business in the hood that he grew up in LA. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because it's been weighing on me heavily. Not going to even lie, because what we had was a situation of a young black brother that's out there getting it. You know what I'm saying? And he was out there getting it for real. And what he did with his success is he used that success to give back to his own people and to strengthen his own community. And what did he get for that? 6 bullets. And that's fucked up. And what I really want to drive the point of is that when you're a black man that's out there trying to make something of yourself in anything that you do, you will always have people that are going to hate on you for whatever reason. Even when they see the potential for your success, people will find ways to try to bring you down. And in Nipsey's case, I can only imagine the amount of hate that he got from his own people just for doing what he was doing. And honestly, that man was out there doing the Lord's work, if we're being honest. And the point about living in the hood, because I grew up in the streets of East Oakland, California. And the point of living in the hood is that you got to make it out. Because if you don't make the choice to get out of the hood, there's only 2 avenues for you that's guaranteed. And that's death or jail. And when you leave the hood, people are going to say certain things about you. They're going to say that, oh, he ain't keeping it real. Oh, he's not hood. He's a sellout, blah, blah, blah. But that goes along with the backwards thinking mentality that you gain when you in those trenches like that. And when you're in the hood, you don't really think about those things because you're more worried about street credibility, right? Everybody wants to be known to be in the hood, legend, and all of this. But once you get out of that environment, you'll realize real soon that there is much, much more to life than the conditions that you grew up in. So for anybody that's living in those kind of situations right now, that's living in the hood, and I get it. You didn't choose to live there. You didn't make that choice. You may have just been born into it. You may have been born into a situation where your parents unfortunately didn't have that much money and are doing the best that they can to support you. But at some point, you got to get to once you get of age to where you could think independently, you got to get in that mentality of getting out of that situation. So for any of my young brothers out there, from anywhere from teenage age, from about 13 to about whatever, 21, 22, anybody that's young and you living in the hood, really, get legit. Get yourself a job, save and stack your money, and get yourself a place and move the fuck up out of there, man. Because as you can see, anybody can get touched. And with Nipsey Hussle's case, he got touched for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But for him, that could happen to me. That could happen to you. It could happen to anybody. So when you living in those kind of situations, it's survival of the fittest out there, man. And these are the consequences you get for trying to help your own people, sadly. It's the nigga mentality, as I like to say. Because we self-destruct. We self-destruct in things like this, and people of other races are laughing at us, to be honest with you, because we keep killing each other. And it's senseless, especially in this case. So with Nipsey's message is he definitely showed more black men, or planted the seed for more black men to get the idea to build their own businesses, build their own brand, and go out there and get it on their own and not have to depend on working the same typical 9-to-5 type of job. And that's powerful, man. That's very powerful. And so when you're living in the hood, man, there's definitely two things that I want to stress that if I haven't brought this point home already, I'm going to bring it again. That when you're trying to get out the hood, but you ain't made it yet, or let's say if you're in Nipsey's case and you got to go back to the hood, right? Always stay strapped, okay? Strapped. Carry a gun at all times and use it responsibly. And what I mean by use it responsibly is you don't want to be any of these niggas out here just showing off your gun or busting out your gun just for the sake of it. Because real niggas on the street know that the only time that you ever have to pull a gun out, or the only situation you should pull a gun out, is if you know you're about to use it. And that's it. Don't be a pistol player out here in these streets just busting your guns just for the sake of busting your guns. That shit is stupid and irresponsible. And speaking of the point about responsibility here, if you live in a state where they allow it, get yourself a gun license. And that will definitely save you a lot of trouble if you get pulled over or get into any kind of situation, because you never know. You could end up in a self-defense case and where you do have to use your gun. And if you've got a license to carry, then hey, you're covered on all fronts. But I do understand that, there's niggas out there that's got charges or whatever, and they can't really go do that. They have to get, if they tried to apply for a license, they would get denied. My answer to that is still stay strapped up and carry your shit with you at all times. I know that you definitely run the risk of being charged with possessions of firearms and whatnot, but trust me when I say that it's better to be judged by 12 than be carried by 6. Real talk. And I'm just going to go ahead and conclude this video with that. Once again, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Thank you for planting the seed on how to show young black businessmen how to get it out here and how to get out. Yeah, and the thing about what happened to him is unfortunate. And as far as black men, we as black men got to get out of that nigga mentality of self-destructing ourselves. And that's one thing that I really want to drive that point home is work every day to make yourself a better man than you were yesterday. And don't ever quit that, because life is a journey. And for those of you who are living in the hood right now that's watching this video, just know that the journey only starts and stops in the hood that you came up in, if you choose to, if you allow it to. Because, like I said before, the world is a very, very big place. And you can expose yourself to different types of mentalities, different types of people that can really, truly rewire your way of thinking and give you a whole new appreciation of what you've seen and where you've came from. Go back and ask Gucci Mane if he go back to the hood that he grew up in, considering the life that he's living right now. So I get it. You make a little bit of money, you have a little bit of success, and you want to give back. And I'm not going to say that's wrong or anything, but for those who do decide to stay out once they get out, I can't blame them for that either, because you only get one chance at this life shit. And you don't want to put yourself in the risk of someone taking that away from you for no reason. So I don't blame anybody who gets out of the hood or stays out. I never call them a sellout just because they're doing the smart thing for them and their family. And that's the thing that you want to do, is make the best decisions for yourself, because nobody's going to give a damn about you more than you. And it's up to yourself to survive and protect yourself. Anyway, I hope you guys found this information informative. I'll be dropping more videos like this. If you guys want to hear more like this, I've got a lot to talk about that I don't get to say normally on my fight night videos. Those will be coming usually as well with your regularly scheduled programming, so that's not going anywhere. But I do got more nuggets of wisdom I want to drop to you guys. Any kind of requests or anything that you like for me to talk about, leave that in the comment section. And if you got nuggets of your own that you want to drop, also leave that in the comment section as well, and we'll have a talk about it. Anyway, y'all have a good one. It's your boy LX Dark Sniper, and I'm out.